with each other, don't allow argumentation to really break up the hearts. Remain kind to one another, smile at one another, be affectionate with one another, give each other good words. And these are all important things in the community. If you all have any questions, please feel free. Oh, sisters first. They told me that too. It's important. Sisters first. So. Okay. You want to come to the microphone? Oh, I think it's.
Damn. Okay. This is very awkward, by the way. Speaking on the microphone. Anyway. Yeah, I agree with what you said. I mean, there's a lot of youth here that, the older people, they don't have as much energy as the youth does. So if the youth get involved, it becomes a whole new ball game. It becomes exciting, it becomes fun. You get to know each other for who you really are, not just like, inshallah khair all the time.
Yeah.
And also about the heightened sensitivity for converts. I'm a convert myself, and that's for sure. Sister Halamina over here, mashallah, she's corrected me so many times where I felt like, all right, should I be offended? Or no, she's doing this for my, my well-being. But there's plenty of times where I wanted to leave the masjid because, things were going bad at home or whatever. But alhamdulillah, this masjid, we have a good group of brothers and sisters, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Alhamdulillah, and we appreciate your feedback. But I know it's because I talk to the convert community quite often, and they have a lot of complaints about going into the masjid and being treated a certain way. And some are more sensitive than others. So, for example, for yourself, you have probably a high tolerance. You can kind of hang in there, but there's other people who really can't take that.
I feel like it's with myself, it's my ego, and then I'm like, wait, humble myself down. She's not trying to offend me. She's trying to help me, with correcting me, doing things the right way.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And for example, there's been brothers that come into the masjid sometime. There's a brother, he came in with shorts, and he had cornrows. Oh man, he came out of it. He's like, man, I don't know what to do. They just told me to change totally who I am. Don't wear no more shorts, cut my cornrows, take out take my tattoos off and everything else. So we're dealing with individuals as such, and then we have to really, be sensitive to them and take them step by step. That's important.
Right. I feel like a lot of people, when they convert to Islam, they got that spiritual high, and then when they find out, corrections or, outwards, fake or whatever, I don't know how you would word it, but then they feel like, oh, I can't have a personality in this masjid, but it's actually the opposite. You're supposed to embrace your personality as Muslims in the Ummah. Anyways, thank you.
So any more questions or? Oh, that's all.
Oh, but actually the sister wants to say something, so hold on. Does it reach?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm also a revert Muslim, but a long time ago. As a Muslim, to the new Muslim and to the Muslim, we know that if you are Muslim, the best person is the first one who greets the Muslims, whether you are new Muslim or old Muslim. So, to my experience, I'm not saying they are not, smiling to me or greeting at me, is if they don't greet, the first time you come in the masjid, you greet everybody, introduce yourself. It doesn't matter they greet you or not, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And as soon as you do that all the time, they will know you. Because we did not become Muslim because of the human being. We become Muslim for ourselves. You know? But there's another additional about that. That it's not only about new Muslims. There are also, especially young people or old people, that they are good Muslim before, later on they make mistakes. You know, we are human beings. And then the community knew about this person, for example, not only one, I knew several. And then, of course, they're gone for a while. And then when they realize the mistakes they did, they come back here. But the people, as you said, they don't welcome them. They look at them, the look is belittling them. You know, it's not right.
Yeah.
We have to welcome them back again.
Yeah.
But it's not happening. Not to everybody, of course. But I hope, brothers and sisters, we have to, you know, accept them as you know them before.
Yeah, that's important. There's a young brother in the community. He makes mistakes. You know, I mean, he's came into the masjid in a state that's perhaps not good. You know, and so he'll leave for a while. So I know him by now. You know, he leaves for a while and he comes back. You know, so he does some things and he wants to stay away. He feels too filthy to come to the masjid a lot of times, but he comes back, and that's the opportunity. When he comes back, we greet him. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, give me a hug, blah blah, this and this. What do you need? Let's go somewhere. Let's go, blah. And we give them this high impact hospitality. Now at least motivates him to keep coming back. Now imagine if he came back and you're like, where you been? What? A astaghfirullah. What? You did what? What? You know? No, but we greet him, we give him this diyafa, you know, this hospitality when he comes back in. And at least motivates him to come back. So we want to be like that, you know, especially towards our young people. The young people are dealing with so much. And I think we don't know what they're exactly dealing with, okay? Especially going to public school. I was there not too long ago. So I know exactly what a lot of the young people, and they're probably dealing with a lot more in this particular day and time. We have to really be understanding this is a lot to be faced with, a lot of pressure to be faced with. So they need environments after being beat up by society. They need to be able to come back to the masjid, and the masjid be a soft pillow. Wow,
I'd like to say this microphone's a new concept to the sisters. One question I had was, how do you deal with gender relations and putting the sisters in leadership positions when there's varying opinions about mixing of genders in the masjid? And like, if a sister does become a leadership position, some people might question intentions. So how do you deal with these issues?
Okay, these are real, and these are very sensitive issues. I'm just here as a visitor. I'm going home after this, you know. So, you know, but I think from going to a lot of the masajid, honestly, our gender relations needs to really improve. And I'll just say this much. It's like, you know, if it doesn't improve in a lot of the masajid, you know, you're going to have really a rebellion within the masjid, you know. So, I don't know about this particular masjid. I don't know, you know, behind the scenes or whatever. I'm just visiting here. But, you know, if you all have concerns, I mean, it needs to be, you all need to really dialogue, you know, about that particular issue. But I don't want to stir anything, and then I have to get on the plane on Sunday, and I'm out of here, and I leave the community, y'all, you know, in the situation. But for the most part, I think, you know, these are things to dialogue about with the overall community. Okay. So I'm sorry not to go too deep in that, you know, but that can become an issue. And I think it's a situation that we have to really, you know, really discuss. You know.
I just want to say it's not all bad.
you know, I just moved to Tucson about 3 years ago, and when I first came, it's true that I don't speak Arabic, so I felt a little left out from the rest of the crowd. But I soon came to meet some ladies here that were very nice, and you know, to say that everybody's not really nice is not. I mean, I'm sure we can make a lot of efforts, but it's been a lot of sisters who just been smiling at me for no reason at all.
That's good.
You know, I want to say that because it happens here sometimes, and that was really a good thing. Actually, Sister Amina sometimes corrected me, and she still corrects me here outside. But I appreciate it. I think it's a good thing. I'm thankful for it because it makes me a better Muslim. And I hope more new Muslim will think this way. Already we're sensitive, but if you're not doing it good, or if you're not doing something right, I'd rather be told than not. Sometimes it might hurt my feelings, but at the end of the day, I'm happy she corrects me, or anybody corrects me.
So that sounds like an environment of love. I mean, for my experience coming here, you know, I can feel some good energy. So if you go, I've been to some other masajid, honestly, you're tense walking in that masjid, okay? You're afraid what you're going to say and everything else. We need to create an environment where we have rahmah and rifq, you know, where we have these things between the hearts, okay? So this is only going to happen if we get to know each other. So we need to definitely, you know, get to know one another, okay? So any comments from the brothers?
Yes, yeah, I just got one question. You talked about kind of making a genuine interest and going up to people, but how do we kind of get that genuine interest? You understand? Because it's easy to, if you're walking around in the masjid and you might see someone that you might be Muslim, you might not be, but how do you approach that? How do you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to go up to that brother, or yeah, like.
So that's why we're talking about it, because we want to change the culture of our masajid. Okay? We want to change it to where a person, when they walk into this particular masjid, they're going to be greeted. The brother is going to approach that brother, the sister is going to approach the sister, and everyone should get to know one another. So because it's a shame when you have people come into the masjid and they leave. There was a brother who would come into the masjid, and it was a shame because I'm like, I've been seeing this brother for 10 years. And I never got his name. For 10 years, seeing him at the masjid, he just comes to Salatul Jummah. And when I finally got to know him, I mean, this brother has so many talents that he can offer the community. So when I finally had that one-on-one time, and we need more one-on-one time with each other. When I got that one-on-one time, like for example, Bart, I guess we're going hiking or something, which I hope it's not too rough, but we're going hiking. This is the time when we all go hiking together as a community. We're talking, getting to know each other, walking up this hill, and we see who's out of shape. Now you're vulnerable, you know. Now you can't be, you're not the super Muslim. I'm out of shape. You know, I'm walking up this hill, I've been eating too much rice and curry, you know, so now I'm vulnerable. I'm not this super Muslim. You see me in the masjid with all my gear on, my Muslim gear on, okay? So we need more environments like this. We need to be able to invite people to these venues, you know, the hiking, coffee shop, to our homes, and get to know one another. I would say just approach them. Let's change the culture, all of us, change the culture of the masjid and begin to approach each other.
Just a quick comment for the younger sister that asked about women in leadership.
Okay.
Since I live in this community, maybe I can be a little bit more open.
Yeah, I don't know
the answer. Alhamdulillah, the answer to that is really very simple. If we look at the companions of the Prophet and the life of the companions, men and women, does anybody in here does not think that women rose to leadership position during the days of the Prophet? They did. How did they handle it? How did they handle it? So my encouragement to all of us, we spend some time learning about the female companions of the Prophet ﷺ. A lot of times we focus on the male companions of the Prophet ﷺ, but it is behoove all of us, actually, it's very important that we spend some time learning about Aisha radiallahu anha, Salama radiallahu anha, Asma bint Abi Bakr radiallahu anha. It is very important that we learn because those women rose to leadership position. And it's not in terms of nowadays leadership. I'm talking about true leadership in the community. So my encouragement for all of us, maybe we can have lectures and series of lectures about women in Islam and their role and how they were at home, how they were in society, how they were at the battlefield.
And you have these dialogue, about these issues. Even honestly, if we just leave it up to the men, I'll give you an example for the masjid I'm at. Okay, so it's 2 storefront buildings, and we tore the wall down, to make it like one big, masjid. Okay, the city came in and said, you all don't have enough parking. Okay, so you're gonna have to put that wall up. Yeah. So imagine, so you have sisters on one side and brothers on another side. So I've been to other masajid where women are in a totally different section in the masjid. That's not, in my culture, this just doesn't work. And I tried it for a while. The sisters, they rebelled and they said, we're going to kick down this wall. If you all don't take down some of this wall, at least, because we're just neglected back here. So we had to take them into consideration because we look, we look on the women's side and then there's no sisters at all, We have to definitely consider, even the male selfishness sometimes, We have to take that into consideration. So that's something that you all can really raise as a community and talk more about it. These issues, you don't just sweep them under the rug. You all talk about it and you raise these issues in the community. Okay, so that's my recommendation. And I don't know enough to say do this or do that. Like I said, I'm getting on a plane and that would be wrong of me to say, we need to have this. Okay, assalamu alaikum, I'm out of here. Okay? So you all, make sure you dialogue as a community about those issues. Okay, anything else? Yes, sir.
Jazakallah khair, first of all.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned about keeping the data for the masjid, for the brothers. I know sometimes it gets a little bit, hard, or, to have some other people maybe write their names down or have their email or phone numbers. Do you have a most effective way of collecting the data that you are mentioning?
The thing that I mentioned, so I mentioned after Salatul Jummah, right. You ask, who's new here or who's just visiting, okay? And you take their information immediately. We've done to where we've had a bunch of clipboards and we got everybody's information. We created an email list and everything else. But I think we need to take it a lot further than that and just this is a big community, but we should try to the best of our ability to try to get to know, people. And you may have a hospitality committee who is over that. When they see new people coming into the masjid, they get their information. If they don't see them for a while, then they give them a follow-up call, So these are, very important things. Like the young lady that took her shahada today, was there a bag given to her of gifts and books for new Muslims? Huh? Leaders? This is imperative. We have to have this. She just took her shahada, okay? We need a bag immediately. We can call it a new Muslim bag, okay? New shahada bag. And this bag has books for new Muslims. Mustafa Umar just did some books for new Muslims. When you just become a Muslim, what the first thing to do within that 24-hour span. So you dump that book in there, a book on Tahara, on Salah, and then this is your gift, and this, welcome to your family. So these things are imperative. We need new Muslim or new Shahada bags. Okay, so that's something for us to really improve upon and think about. I don't know, we just let her go. We just took her Shahada and we say assalamu alaikum. That's it. No, we have to do more. We have to take it to another level. Okay. So, any more questions, brothers, sisters? Some of the sisters are looking and saying, okay. So anything?
I'd like to make a comment.
Okay, yes sir.
So I'm new in Tucson, I'm new in America, so it's been just a while.
Okay.
Probably I've been over here for 30 days. So as a newcomer over here, I'm not a convert, I'm a Muslim. So,
okay.
So as a newcomer over here, I felt very warm. The people over here were very accommodating and fantastic. diversity. It was really commendable that we're having Arabs, the non-Arabs, and there is a very good understanding. There's no division between the people over here, and that was a very fantastic thing which I saw in this mosque. And if you come in the morning, Zohar and Asr, the best thing which you find over here is that there are only young boys. Like we from the college, we come over here. There are, like, the number of old people are very less actually.
They're not old people, let's change it.
Okay, fine. Okay,
that's kind of offensive.
So, senior people
Our wise.
very less, and the masjid is like more of young people.
So the community will grow. So this is, you know, especially the leadership in the masjid, we should love to hear comments like this. You know, this is important for us to hear. You know, because trust me, I've been to other masajid and I've heard the exact opposite. You know, and people were just honest. Like nobody greeted me. This masjid, I just come here because it's in the area, it's next to my home. But if it wasn't next to my home, I would not come here. Okay? So I've heard this before. So when we have comments like this, the community will grow. And you all have to definitely, you know, grow with it. And, you know, that's good to hear. Okay.
As you had said, people are like very nice, and whenever I come in, they welcome me, and I also welcome everyone.
I feel welcome to visiting here.
Excellent environment here. That's
Alhamdulillah. Now I feel welcome coming here, and I want to thank, you know, all the brothers. You know, mashallah, you all. You know, it made me feel warm. You know, because honestly, I've been to other communities, and you don't get this a lot of times. So, you know, may Allah increase you all, and you know, may Allah, you know, reward you all. So we have probably one more comment.
The microphone is a very respectable person. Is that your idea or what?
Huh?
The microphone back there. Is that your idea?
No, I have nothing to do with that. You know, I don't know. They wanted to, I guess, accommodate the sisters to make sure that we can hear. You know. Oh, it was from the sisters. It was one of the sisters' ideas. So alhamdulillah. Can't blame the brothers. Okay. So alhamdulillah. So they said it was a good idea. Okay. So alhamdulillah. So alhamdulillah, you know, just enjoy each other and you know, build community. And we are going to shut it down inshallah. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. وربنا افرج علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Quick couple of